Well, good evening, fans, and welcome to Alumni Arena for opening night of Armstrong State women's basketball. The Pirates hosting the Peach Belt Conference South Atlantic Conference Challenge. We've already had one game in the books. Anderson and Clayton State taking part in the first game of the challenge, and Clayton State winning that one 84-73. And in game number 2, it will be your Armstrong State University Pirates taking on the Wingate University Bulldogs. This is a very good challenge field. 3 of the 4 teams in this field advanced to the NCAA tournament last year, including these Wingate Bulldogs. They were the South Atlantic Conference tournament champions a year ago. Armstrong State last year got out to a great start to the season, 8-0, tying a school record, but were below 500 in the Peach Belt Conference and missed the conference tournament for the first time in head coach Follow Bullock's tenure here at Armstrong State. So 2 teams that return a lot. In fact, all 5 starters for Wingate return or are returning players this season. 3 of the Pirates' 5 starters returners as well, as we're about 3.5 minutes away from the introduction of the starting lineup for both teams. Want to get you updated as well. Armstrong State, busy day athletically. We had NCAA Region Soccer earlier today. The Armstrong State women defeating Lenore-Rhine 3-2 on a penalty kick by senior Allison Litchfield. It was her first career goal as a Pirate. It came in the 83rd minute and gave Armstrong State the 3-2 win. They will play at Columbus in the NCAA second round on Sunday. Armstrong volleyball is currently in action over at the Pirates Athletic Center. Armstrong State taking on UNC Pembroke in Peach Belt Conference action, and the Pirates leading the Braves 1-0 and up 24-21 in the second set. And then up in Charlotte, North Carolina, Armstrong State basketball, men's basketball, will be taking on the Queen's University of Charlotte Royals, a very, very good men's basketball team that the Pirates lost on a heartbreaker, a buzzer-beating floater in St. Augustine last year. They will have a tough task ahead of them as they head to Queen's University today and will take on the Royals again. That game is going to start here in about 20 minutes. But here it is Armstrong State and Wingate taking part, and the starting lineup for the Wingate University Bulldogs looks like this. Senior Shelby Tricoli, 5'9", guard from Waynesville, North Carolina, will be in the backcourt, along with Alex Tomlinson, a 5'8" senior from Raleigh, North Carolina. Denasia Witherspoon is a 5'9" sophomore from Hickory, North Carolina. Courtney Robinson, a 5'8" sophomore from Taylors, South Carolina. And then the center is Marta Misenko, a 6'4" junior from Riga, Latvia, and a transfer from UT El Paso. She played in 28 games last year for the Bulldogs, 5.6 points, 4.1 rebounds per game, but getting the start here to open up the 2016-2017 season for the Bulldogs. For your Armstrong State University Pirates, it'll be Brigitte Barta in the front court. The 6-foot graduate student from Budapest, Hungary, will be in the front court along with Lauren Woods, 5'9" graduate from Raleigh, North Carolina, and a transfer from Francis Marion in her first year with the Pirates. Jessica Dole, 5'7" senior from Palm Bay, Florida, will be in the backcourt along with DeAndrea Clark running the point, 5'7" senior from Stockbridge, Georgia, and Mercedes Jenkins, a 5'6" junior from Jonesboro, Georgia, and a transfer from Central Georgia Tech, had 16 points on Monday in Armstrong State's exhibition win over Division I Savannah State in overtime across town. We'll tell you more about that exhibition contest as we go along, as the Pirates have had a very strong preseason. Not only did they win at Savannah State for the second time in the Battle by the Marsh series. But they also led College of Charleston for 3 quarters last week in Charleston. Cougars came back to win that one, outscoring the Pirates 18-7 the final quarter, but a good sign for head coach Falabolic and the Pirates. 2 strong performances here in the postseason, but it's all for real now as the Pirates open up the regular season tonight against the Bulldogs. Armstrong State, by the way, is wearing its camouflage uniforms today. It is Veterans Day, and the women's volleyball team had Military Appreciation Night over at the Pirates Athletic Center wearing their brand new camo uniforms. And Armstrong State women's basketball going to wear theirs as well tonight. They debuted these uniforms last year in a Military Appreciation contest against Columbus State. That was a big success, and of course Armstrong State and the city of Savannah have a big military presence with Hunter Army Airfield, with Fort Stewart nearby, and the personal connection, of course, head coach Falabolic, her husband Dermaine, currently deployed overseas and is watching our game tonight. So a shout out to not only Dermaine but all of our active and former military on this Veterans Day who have done so much for our country. As Armstrong State starting lineup being introduced to the Alumni Arena crowd here. We're going to let you know that tomorrow we'll wrap up action in the South Atlantic Conference Peach Belt Challenge. Clayton State will take on Wingate at 2 p.m. and Armstrong State will take on Anderson at 4 p.m. and that will wrap up the challenge. We will be over at volleyball tomorrow, 2 o'clock for Armstrong State against Francis Marion. It is senior day for Armstrong State volleyball, so we'll bring you all of those festivities tomorrow from the PAC. Wingate wearing the road all blue uniforms tonight, white numbers and gold trim. Armstrong State, as we said, camouflage uniforms tonight with white tops and maroon numbers with gold trim. These two teams have not met much throughout the history of women's basketball. This is just the 3rd meeting between the two teams, and each team has 1 win in the series. It will be Barta jumping the opening tip with Mashenko. Latvia versus Hungary, and Wingate wins the opening tip, and we are underway here at Alumni Arena. Courtney Robinson running the point for the Bulldogs. And a long range, too. No good for Tomlinson. Jenkins with the rebound. Here come the Pirates. Jenkins dribbles around the perimeter, hands off to Clark. Now they swing it around to Doyle. Back to Jenkins. Inside for Woods. Woods being defended by Mashenko. Now gives it up to Doyle. Her 3 banks in. And Jessica Doyle, who had 23 three-pointers last year, was brought in to be a shooter but found the adjustment to the Peach Belt Conference a little difficult. She hits that one to put the Pirates up 3-0. Tricoli on the drive is fouled, and they're going to call it on the floor, so Wingate will have the ball out of bounds. Shelby Tricoli will draw the foul. It was Lauren Woods on the whistle. So it will be ball out of bounds to the Bulldogs. Tomlinson guarded by Clark. Gives it off to Witherspoon. Now inside to the 6'4" Mashenko. Good defense, and then Mashenko throws it into the backcourt, and that is going to be Wingate basketball. All the Pirates had to do was watch that ball go out of bounds. It would have been a backcourt violation or out of bounds, but unfortunately, Clark decided to try and pick it up and ended up knocking it out of bounds. Mashenko up front, gives it off to Tricoli. Good pass inside for Witherspoon, who puts it up and in. Denasia Witherspoon, who averaged 9.8 points a game a year ago for the Bulldogs, makes it 3-2. Minute and a half in here in the PBC-SAC Challenge. Doyle from the baseline kicks it off to Jenkins. Mercedes Jenkins tries to get it to Barta, but that was too tall for her, and it's out of bounds over to Wingate. Wingate defeated Anderson, who played earlier today on this court in the SAC championship game a year ago. Robinson is blocked by Lauren Woods. That's out of bounds. It will stay with the Bulldogs. But Lauren Woods with the block shot. Pirates were the top shot blocking team in the Peach Belt last year, but lost the main component of that, Tatiana Manuel, when she transferred at the end of the year. Tricoli thought about the three, gives it inside to Mashenko, and Mashenko travels. So the turnover gives it back to the Pirates. Armstrong State leading it 3-2. Jenkins to Doyle. Now Clark out front. Swinging around to Woods on the baseline. Back to Doyle. Now Barta at the elbow. Shot is up. No good, but she's fouled. And then Barta looked like she might have stepped on someone's foot when she came down. Sort of hopping around a bit, but Barta will head to the line to shoot two. Brigitte Barta on pace to become the Armstrong State's all-time leading scorer in women's basketball history. Needs about 179 points to pass Kenetha Gordon, and she knocks down the first free throw there. Barta, a 68% free throw shooter last year, was about 75% for her career before last year. Second free throw up and good, and she makes them both. Barta still trying to work out the hops on the ankle there, but Wingate brings it back up the floor. Tomlinson guarded well by Clark. Gives it back outside to Robinson, Courtney Robinson. We'll get a screen from Witherspoon. She goes in, floater no good off the top of the backboard, and the rebound comes down to the Pirates. Good pass to Clark, and she is fouled by Tricoli, and DeAndrea Clark will go to the line for two. And free throw shooting was a big part of the Pirates' win on Monday at Savannah State. Pirates trailed by 9, minute and a half left in regulation. Were able to come back, tie that, send it to overtime, got behind by 5, but scored the last 9 points of overtime with several key free throws during that stretch to knock off the Tigers. DeAndrea Clark makes the first. She'll have another. Shot is up and in and out, no good. Rebound comes down to Witherspoon, and the Bulldogs will have it. Christina Rumplosh checked in at the dead ball for Mashenko. So a new 5 in the lineup for Wingate. As a good move by Tricoli, she lays it up and in. Nice reversal and drove in for the score. It's 6-4. Jenkins to Woods. Now Clark will lob it in to Barta. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound, Rumplosh, the senior from Mount Airy, North Carolina. And then back the other way. Robinson will dish it off. Now Tricoli, nice feed inside, but Barta got a hand in there, knocked it out of bounds. It will stay with Wingate. 18 seconds on the clock, shot clock, 6:21 on the game clock here in the first quarter. On the inbounds, baseline jumper by Robinson rattles home. And we're tied at 6. Clark quickly ahead, now Jenkins with it. Haven't seen Jenkins put up a shot yet. Again, she led the Pirates on Monday against Savannah State with 16. Woods wants to drive on Rumplosh, goes in for the layup, no good, but she's fouled, and Lauren Woods will now go to the line for 2. So Lauren Woods, the graduate student transfer from Francis Marion. To the line for the Pirates. First free throw is no good. Couple of subs for Wingate. Caroline Averett and Zasha Barrett check in for Wingate. Pirates still with their starting 5 here. 4 minutes into the first quarter, second free throw good. And it's 7-6. A little token pressure shown by the Pirates here after the made free throw. Averett gets it across. Guarded by Clark. Now Tricoli drives the baseline. Good feed inside for Rumplosh, but she can't hit the layup. Quick outlet from Barta to Doyle. Doyle drives and is fouled, and that will be ball out of bounds to the Pirates as it was a foul on the floor. Fourth team foul, so the Pirates are in the bonus now as Jenkins will inbound it and throws it into the backcourt. Barta will run it down. Now Jenkins will set up the offense. Hands off to Clark. Around to Doyle for 3. In and out, no good. And the rebound's loose on the floor. Finally, Tricoli picks it up for the Bulldogs. Averett looking for a target, gets it to Barrett. Her shot up, no good. And Robinson with the rebound. Her shot no good. And finally, Barta will come up with the rebound. That was a couple of close chances. And then back the other way, Mercedes Jenkins with her first shot of the game gets the layup and draws the foul. And she'll have a chance to complete the three-point play. Media timeout on the floor, 4:55 to go in the first quarter. Armstrong State leads 9-6. Mercedes Jenkins at the free throw line for the Pirates, trying to complete a three-point play, and she does. Armstrong State leads it 10-6. Again, pressure shown after the made free throw. Wingate will break it with Tricoli. She'll go all the way in and then lose it out of bounds. She got past the sub, Casey Drayton, for the Pirates, but then just lost it out of bounds. Michaela Raymondville also into the game for Armstrong State, as the Pirates have it. Barta inside, lays it up, can't get it to go over the rim. Rumplash with the rebound for Wingate. Tricoli drives, diagonal pass inside, layup is up and good for Zasha Barrett. Good feed from Tricoli, and it's 10-8. Doyle inside to Barta. Barta shot is blocked by Rumplash, and then Rumplash running the floor, lays it up and scores, and Wingate ties it up 10-all. Raymondville to Jenkins. Back to Raymondville, she'll drive, and she loses the ball out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. And with 3:40 left to go in the quarter, wholesale subs for the Bulldogs. Also, the Pirates will bring in Brianna Gibson as Tazia Moody checks in for Wingate. Doyle lays it up high off the glass, no good. Rebound Barrett. Tomlinson back into the lineup for Wingate. She has the ball in her hands right now. Tomlinson out to Barrett. Now Moody drives. Another good feed from Moody to Rumplash, and Wingate takes the lead at 12-10. It is a 6-0 run for the Bulldogs. Raymondville for two is good. 3 minutes to go in the quarter, and we're tied at 12. Moody drives, kicks it off. Averett, ball's deflected. Run down by Barrett. Now Rumplash back to Moody. 8 on the shot clock. Backdoor pass, and shot is no good by Barrett. She shorted the layup. Rebound Pirates. Raymondville kicks it off to Doyle. Now Raymondville left open for three. In and out, no good. And rebound comes down to Moody. Lob pass goes in, and it's deflected by Gibson out of bounds. Clark back in for the Pirates. Mashenko back in for Wingate. Also Witherspoon back in for Wingate. Tied at 12, 2:08 to go. Ball's deflected, and the Pirates have a steal. DeAndrea Clark will lay it up and in. A little bit of confusion between Witherspoon and Averett as who was going to get that out-of-bounds pass, and Clark just split the pair of players and ran onto it, ended up getting the layup. Pirates back in front. Good backdoor cut to Tomlinson. She can't finish, but she draws the foul and will have 2 free throws. First free throw is good. Second free throw, no good, and that's out of bounds off of Wingate. Armstrong State will take possession. leading it by 1, 14-13. Jenkins over to Gibson. Her layup no good, but she gets her own miss. Kicks it off to Jenkins, are in the corner for Raymondville, and then she loses it out of bounds. $1:28 to go in the quarter. 14-13. Pirates lead. Moody drives around Raymondville. Her short shot no good. Rebound Raymondville, but then just picked off by Averett, and Averett is fouled. That ball was on the ground, and Raymondville tried to pick it up and run in the same motion, and Averett just reached out and grabbed it, and she will go to the line and shoot two. Carolyn Averett, the sophomore from Midlothian of Virginia. Last year's 69% free throw shooter, misses the first, and she'll have one more. Second free throw, no good, but an offensive rebound. Tomlinson, floater is no good. Rebound, Jenkins. And Jenkins loses the basketball, and Mashenko will lay it up and in. And Wingate retakes the lead after the turnover by the Pirates on the rebound. Jenkins being hassled, gets it to Raymondville. Now Drayton over to Jenkins. Jenkins drives, tries to feed Gibson, throws it off of Tomlinson. Tomlinson picks up the loose ball. 4-second differential in the shot clock and the game clock here in the first quarter. Moody drives, tries to find Mashenko. Her layup no good. Rebound Drayton. And the Pirates have it with 20 seconds left. Clark drives around Mashenko, lays it up and in. Four seconds left. Tomlinson brings it up, not in a real hurry, puts up the three, and it's no good. Armstrong State takes a 16-15 lead here at the end of the first quarter. DeAndrea Clark with the three-pointer to open up the scoring here in the second quarter. Armstrong State leading Wingate 19-15. Blocked shot by the Pirates ends up in the hands of Denasia Witherspoon. Witherspoon is fouled, and so she will go to the line for two. Armstrong State leading at 19-15. We apologize if you're following along on live stats. We know there's a score inaccuracy there. We're working to get that fixed as Witherspoon makes the first. Witherspoon 52% from the line last year for the Bulldogs. We'll try and cut this lead back to two, and she does. A little bit of token pressure by the Bulldogs here now after the free throw. Gibson gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins, Gibson, Barta, Doyle, and Clark on the floor for the Pirates. Tomlinson, Rumplash, Robinson, Witherspoon, and Tricoli on the floor for the Bulldogs as Brigitte Barta hits her first field goal of the game. She was 0 for 4 before that one fell. She has 4 points, and it's 21-17. Tomlinson out to Tricoli. Good feed inside, and the layup is good for Denasia Witherspoon. This Wingate team, very good on those entry passes. They're finding the post players, and credit the post players too for being in the proper position to receive those passes. Clark inside for Barta, who lays it up and in. Clark faked the three, and Barta flashed free in the paint for the layup, 23-19. Tomlinson around a screen, now hands off to Tricoli. She wants to give it to Rumplash. Long two is no good. Her foot was on the line. Rebound Jenkins for the Pirates. Now Doyle down low for Gibson. Kicks it off to Clark. Barta, free throw line jumper, good. And Brigitte Barta, after missing her first 4 field goals, has now made 3 of 3, and it's 25-19. Want to let you know that Armstrong State Volleyball has defeated UNC Pembroke as Tricoli misses the layup, but a foul after the fact will send Tricoli to the line. It was on Clark. Armstrong State Volleyball winning 25-23, 25-22, and 25-11. Reagan Grooms 12 kills to lead the Pirates. Tricoli first free throw rims around and down. Lauren Woods back into the lineup for the Pirates. Sasha Barrett back in for Wingate. Second free throw no good. Clark with the rebound for the Pirates. 25-20 Pirates lead. Clark to Woods, baseline. Double teamed, gets free of the double team. Gets it to Barta, a little jumper in the paint's no good. Rebound tipped by Woods to Barta, who then drives in and lays it up for the bucket. And just like that, Barta is in double figures with 10 points. And the Pirates lead by 7. Tricoli wants a screen, gets it. And her runner's no good, but an offensive rebound. Spot-up jumper by Averett, no good. Another offensive rebound. This time, Courtney Robinson gets it. Rumplash puts it on the floor, kicks it off. Around to Tricoli. Back to Averett. Averett, nice feed inside. The layup is good for Barrett. (27-22), approaching the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. And a foul on the floor against Wingate. Rumplash was bodying up Barta and got whistled for the contact. Moody checks back in for Wingate. On the inbounds, Jenkins gets it to Clark. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound tipped again, and it's out of bounds off the hands of Robinson, and it will stay with the Pirates. Doyle puts it on the floor, gets it to Barta, who lays it up, no good, but she's fouled. And Brigitte Barta will shoot 2 free throws. And immediate timeout on the floor. Armstrong State leads Wingate 27-22. Brigitte Barta at the line for the Pirates after the media timeout. Misses the first free throw. Makes the second. And pushes the Pirates' lead back to 6, 28-22. Moody, bounce pass, layup no good. But a foul has been called on the Pirates. Barrett missed that shot, but a foul on Jenkins will send Zasha Barrett to the line to shoot 2. In limited time last year, Barrett 6 of 10 from the line. First one is no good. The sophomore from Monroe, North Carolina, which is very near Wingate, just down the highway a couple of miles. Second free throw good for Barrett. And for the Pirates, Ashlyn Ellison will check into the lineup. Freshman from Gainesville, Georgia, will run the point now. Ellison dribbles right, looks inside for Woods, throws it to her feet. Woods able to get it back, gets it to Ellison, and it's out of bounds. Off of Ellison, and the turnover gives it to the Bulldogs. Moody loses the basketball, and a foul has been called as Clark was trying to get the loose ball, and on the floor gets called for the foul. So ball out of bounds to the Bulldogs, 4:22 to go in the second quarter. Moody drives, hangs, shoots, no good on the jump, on the hook, but the ball's knocked out of bounds. Barrett had a hand on it, but couldn't come down with it. Pirates will have it. A little bit of full court pressure again by the Bulldogs. Woods, not used to handling the ball though, gets free, and Jessica Doyle gets the layup. So Lauren Woods, who's the 4 on the court right now for the Pirates, breaks the press, gets an assist for her trouble, and the Pirates lead at 30-23. Barrett to Moody. Averett gives it off now to Robinson. Courtney Robinson around the screen. She'll drive all the way to the rim. Lay it up. No good. Rebound tipped by Barta, but it goes to Moody. Moody's shot is blocked, and Lauren Woods not only gets the blocked shot, but gets the rebound as well. Doyle, baseline, is fouled, and that will be ball out of bounds to the Pirates with 3:25 left to go until halftime. Tomlinson and Mashenko in for Wingate. Michaela Raymondville in for the Pirates. Ellison off the inbounds, gets it to Raymondville. Raymondville out to Barta, shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound tipped by Woods, but it's tipped to Averett. Averett wants to get it to Mashenko, but good defense by the Pirates. Now Mashenko gets the layup on the pass from Witherspoon. Now Raymondville being hassled by Moody, gets it off to Doyle. Back to Raymondville. She'll drive. Baseline jumper, no good. Rebound Barta. Her follow will not go. And Moody comes down with the ball for the Bulldogs. .219 to go. Tomlinson, guarded by Raymondville, gives off to Moody. Inside Mashenko. And just throws it up over Barta and scores. And Barta kind of exasperated. Not really much she can do on that when a 6'4" player hits a little fadeaway. Not really a lot you can do. Long two, by Barta is no good. Rebound comes down to Averett. And then quickly ahead, Mashenko. And a foul is called. And they're going to call it on Raymondville. Raymondville had the ball thrown at her. Witherspoon kind of went through Raymondville to get that ball, and Raymondville ends up getting the foul call. But as it is, Witherspoon will shoot two. First free throw good. Mercedes Jenkins back in for the Pirates. Shelby Tricoli back in for Wingate as the Bulldogs, trailed by 8 at one point in the second quarter, can cut it to 1 with this free throw, and they do. And Jordan Quick will come in now for Wingate, 6-foot freshman from High Point, North Carolina. With a minute and a half to go, Armstrong State needs a bucket. Wingate has cut it to 1. Barta to Doyle. Over to Ellison. She drives and then throws it into the Wingate bench. Ann Hancock was open, but not the pass you want to make if you're the Pirates. Casey Drayton will check in now for Ellison as Wingate has a chance to take the lead. Tomlinson to Tricoli. Tricoli has to run it down. Lob inside to Mashenko, and she lays it up and in. And Mashenko has put Wingate on top, 31-30. Layup by Barta, no good. Drayton is there with the rebound. Then Jenkins to Barta. Barta shot is up, no good, but she's fouled, and Barta will go to the line for two. Is an 8-0 run right now for Wingate over the last 3.5 minutes, but Barta has 2 free throws to try and put the Pirates back in front. First free throw is up and good. All tied, 31-31, 38.7 seconds left in the first half. Second free throw by Barta, up and good. 32-31. Little pressure again shown by the Pirates. Good pressure here. Averett will get it across the timeline with a second to spare, and then that ball is knocked out of bounds by Jenkins, but it's off of the Pirates. 18 seconds on the shot clock, 26.6 seconds on the game clock. Tomlinson will take it for Wingate. Tricoli drives, kicks it off to Averett. She'll drive, lay it up, score. Averett puts the Bulldogs back in front. 9 seconds left. Doyle. 5 seconds left. Barta to Drayton for 3, no good, and that is how the half will end. Pirates led by 7 with 4 minutes left, but Wingate comes back, takes a 1-point lead, 33-32 as we head to halftime. We'll come back with a look at the first half stats and bring you the second half of action between the Bulldogs and the Pirates here at the Peach Belt South Atlantic Conference Challenge. Chad Jackson back with you here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong State trails Wingate 33-32. Here's a quick look at the first half statistics. Wingate shooting 39.4%, 13 of 33. Did not hit a three-pointer in the first half, just 0 of 2, and hit 7 of 12 free throws for 58.3%. Marta Mashenko and Denasia Witherspoon, 8 points apiece for the Bulldogs. Armstrong State, 39.3% shooting from the floor, 11 of 28 did hit, 2 of 6 three-pointers for 33%, and 8 of 11 free throws for 72.7%. Brigitte Barta, 13 points to lead the Pirates, though just on 4 of 13 shooting from the floor. She also had 5 of 6 free throws. DeAndrea Clark, 3 of 4 shots from the floor, including a three-pointer for 8 points. Wingate with a 21-20 edge in rebounds did have a 9-6 advantage in offensive boards. Pirates turned it over 7 times in the first half. Wingate turned it over just 4 times. Second half underway. Armstrong State and Wingate. Wingate with the basketball, leading by 1. Mashenko, Tomlinson, Tricoli, Robinson, as Mashenko is fouled, as well as Witherspoon on the floor for the Bulldogs. Mashenko will go to the line for the first time tonight. Doyle, Jenkins, Woods, Clark, and Barta, the starting 5 on the floor for the Pirates, as well as the Bulldogs. Mashenko to the line. Her first free throw is an air ball. Mashenko, the Latvia native, hit 49% last year from the free throw line, hits the second, and it's 34-32. Mercedes Jenkins over to Lauren Woods. Barta fadeaway for 2 is good. And Brigitte Barta ties this game up at 34, as she now has 15 points. She had 28, by the way, did Barta, in the preseason exhibition at the College of Charleston. Tricoli, underhand to Mashenko. She basically missed the first shot, then volleyed it into the net. Taking a page from the Pirate volleyball team across the way in the pack, coming up with a win tonight. But Mashenko makes it 36-34. Jenkins drives, scoops, shoots, misses, gets her own miss, tries to put it back up, or Barta tries to put it back up. Rebound comes down to Witherspoon. Here come the Bulldogs. Tricoli spins, scoops, no good. Mashenko tries to put it back up. She can't get it to go. Clark with the rebound. Ahead to Doyle, running the floor, lays it up, no good, but she's fouled. Good job running the floor by senior Jessica Doyle. One of the many seniors on the squad this year for the Pirates. As Doyle steps to the line, the Palm Bay, Florida native, transfer from Eastern Florida College. Didn't go to the line much last year, but she was nearly perfect when she did. 20 of 22, 91% was Doyle last year, as Michaela Raymondville will check in. Second free throw from Doyle is good, and we're tied. 36 all, minute and a half into the third quarter. Robinson, guarded by Jenkins, gets it to Tricoli. Now Tomlinson inside Mashenko, and Mashenko just lost the handle of the basketball. Raymondville picks up the loose ball and then throws it over the head of Barta, out of bounds, and so the teams trade turnovers, and the Bulldogs will get it back. Tricoli for 3 is good, and Wingate finally hits its first three-pointer of the game. They had 105 last year in 30 games, so they averaged just over 3 per game last year. But that one good from Tricoli, and it's 39-36. Barta, fade away, no good, rebound. Witherspoon, here comes the Bulldogs, and that pass way too tall for Mashenko. Tomlinson asking why Mashenko couldn't handle that, but Mashenko would have had to have been 6'8" to catch it. Pirates have it, trailing by 3. Raymondville through Woods to Doyle. Doyle to Woods. Pirates, by the way, have hit just 2 3-pointers as Jenkins can't get that one to go. Rebound, Robinson. Robinson for 3, that's no good. Long rebound, tipped by Woods, and it's out of bounds. Mashenko tried to grab a hold of it, but that would have been a tough rebound for her to corral, and the Pirates will take over. Doyle drives, kicks it off to Raymondville, wide open for 3, it's good. Michaela Raymondville with her first three-pointer, third of the game for the Pirates, and we're tied at 39. And a foul called. Lauren Woods thought she had the clean block on Courtney Robinson, but instead a foul called, and Robinson will go to the line to shoot 2. Woods already has a couple of blocks tonight for the Pirates, but Robinson will now shoot a pair for the Bulldogs. First free throw, no good off the front iron. Rumplosh in for Wingate, and Brianna Gibson in for the Pirates. The sophomore from Brunswick and transfer from Lander sat out last year for the Pirates after coming to Armstrong State from conference rival Lander. Second free throw up and good, and now Averett will come in for Robinson as Wingate goes back in front 40-39. 6:20 to go. Doyle drives, kicks it off to Raymondville for 3. That's good. And Michaela Raymondville with 2 3-pointers here in the third quarter makes it 42-40. Tomlinson to Averett to Mashenko. Mashenko backs in and then just throws it up over Gibson. No good, rebound Jenkins. Jenkins took it away from Rumplosh. Ahead to Doyle, bounce pass to Gibson who lays it up and in. And a timeout taken by Wingate as the Pirates, with a 7-1 run, have taken a 44-40 lead, and that should be our media timeout here in the third quarter. 5:42 to go, Pirates lead it by 4. Chad Jackson back with you here at Alumni Arena. Armstrong State leads it 44-40. Barrett into the game for the Bulldogs, puts up that shot off the glass, no good. Woods brings it up for the Pirates. As Raymondville for three is good. Michaela Raymondville with 3 3-pointers, and the Pirates lead it by 7. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Tomlinson inside to Barrett. Barrett scoops it up and in. And Zasha Barrett stops the 10-1 run by the Pirates. It's 47-42. Woods to Doyle. Doyle drives on Averett. Backs it out. 15 on the shot clock. Jenkins drives. Bounces it to Gibson. Her shot no good. And Rumplash is tied up by Jenkins, and the Pirates are going to get it on the jump ball. Good job by Jenkins to reach in, tie it up from Rumplash, and force the turnover. Media timeout on the floor. This is the regularly scheduled media timeout. Pirates lead at 47-42. .423 to go in the third quarter. Armstrong State leading Wingate 47-42 here in the Peach Belt South Atlantic Conference Challenge. Pirates 5 of 10 here in the third quarter shooting, including 3 of 3, as Michaela Raymondville airballs that one, but Jenkins gets the rebound, and then Doyle secures that pass. Now Jenkins over to Woods. Her baseline drive is good, and now they're gonna call an offensive foul, and Woods gets a technical. So Lauren Woods had the bucket waved off through her headband and gets called for the technical. And so not only do the Pirates miss out on 2 points from the basket, but Wingate's going to have a chance to shoot 2 technical free throws here. And we'll also have the basketball. So the officials discussing here, Pirates will bring in Barta for Woods, and Tomlinson will shoot the technical free throws for the Bulldogs. First one is up and good. And that is the kind of play you do not expect a senior graduate student to make. But Tomlinson makes one of two free throws, and the Bulldogs will have the ball, and head coach Falabolik is not letting it go. I think the issue from Coach Bullock is that the official that was probably in the worst position to make the call made the call. There was an official right underneath the basket, did not see the charge, but the other official did. As it is, Bulldogs have the ball here. Averett with a nice drive to the basket, and now momentum heading back towards Wingate's way as they've cut it to 2, 47-45. Raymondville for 3 is another air ball, and Averett loses the basketball. Pirates pick it up with Doyle. So after Raymondville made 3 straight three-pointers, she has missed 2 badly, and now the Bulldogs have cut it to 2. They knocked that ball out of bounds. Raymondville was actually posting up for the ball, but the Pirates will inbound it with Jenkins out to Doyle. Doyle wants a screen, gets it, goes in for the layup, no good, and the rebound is another jump ball, but this time it will go towards the Bulldogs on the held ball. Alternating possession rule. Courtney Robinson back in for Wingate. .325 to go in the third quarter, 47-45. Moody to Averett. Now Robinson out to Rumplash. Back to Moody, she'll drive. Now she'll hand it off to Averett, and a double travel called on Averett. 6 seconds left on the shot clock, so Averett was trying to hurry with the basketball, but just went a little too fast. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. We want to pass along halftime score. Armstrong State men's basketball at Queens, trailing the Royals 53-36. KJ James leading the way with 11 points. Jenkins, scoop shot, no good, and an offensive foul called. So that's 2 offensive fouls on the Pirates in the last 3 possessions. And Wingate again has possession with a chance to tie or take the lead. Moody drives, underhands it, and the layup is good for Rumplash, and we're tied at 47. Jenkins to Barta. Barta around Rumplash, lays it up, no good. Rebound to Rumplash. Averett gets loose, kicks it off to Moody. Mid-range jumper in the paint's no good. Doyle with the rebound for the Pirates. Doyle wants to go in, lobs it inside for Gibson, who lays it up and in. Good feed from Jessica Doyle to Brianna Gibson, who has 4, and it's 49-47, 1:43 to go in the third. Rumplash inside to Barrett. Her shot up and good. Tough shot for Barrett. But she now has 9 points for the Bulldogs, and we're tied at 49. Barta is fouled, and they're going to count the basket. She was underneath the basket, kind of shuffled her feet a bit, but it was the contact by Rumplash that made her shuffle the feet, and she just threw it up and in, not realizing she would get the continuation, and Barta's going to have a chance at a three-point play. Mashenko, Witherspoon, Robinson back in for the Bulldogs. Casey Drayton in for the Pirates, as is DeAndrea Clark. Barta with 17. Looking to make it 18 and put the Pirates up by 3. Shot is up and good. Averett gets it to Tricoli. Tricoli all the way in, off the glass, no good. Rebound, Barta. Tricoli rushed that shot a little bit, and the Pirates, with a minute left to go in the quarter, have it up by 3. Drayton reverses direction, gets it to Clark. Now Jenkins with it. Jenkins drives, double clutches, shot no good. Rebound, Averett for the Bulldogs. Robinson to Witherspoon. Now Averett wants to go inside to Mashenko, but Barta had good coverage on her. Now they lob it into her, and her shot no good, and that rebound is knocked out of bounds by Averett off of Drayton. Drayton had the handout, and Averett just took it out of her hands, and it will stay with the Bulldogs. Shot clock's turned off, 24.1 seconds left. Witherspoon is fouled with 20.4 seconds left. That's on Gibson, her first. Foul trouble for both teams. Clark has 3, Raymondville has 3, Woods has 4 for the Pirates. Of course, the technical figuring into that. Wingate has just Christina Rumplash in foul trouble. She has 4. No other Bulldog player has more than 1. Witherspoon makes 1 of 2. Clark tries to get it off to Jenkins. It's knocked out of bounds by the Bulldogs. 11.9 seconds left in the quarter. And the Pirates will have it in the corner, leading 52-50. Clark inbounds it to Jenkins, over to Drayton, around a screen for 3. That's badly missed, but Gibson gets the rebound, and then Gibson loses the basketball. Tricoli will not be able to get a shot off as the buzzer sounds, and we go to the fourth quarter with Armstrong State leading at 52-50. We head to the fourth quarter. Armstrong State leading at 52-50. Michaela Raymondville, 3 3-pointers in that quarter, helping the Pirates outscore the Bulldogs by 3 and take a 2-point lead. Raymondville with 11 points, Brigida Barta 18 to lead the Pirates. Marta Mashenko with 11 points, Denasia Witherspoon with 9, leading the Bulldogs, as the Pirates will have the basketball to open up the fourth quarter. Want to remind you to stick around at the end of the game. We'll have head coach Fowler Bullock with her thoughts on the contest as Barta passes that right to the Bulldogs, and the turnover gives it to Wingate. 12th turnover for the Pirates. Wingate has turned it over 7 times. Mashenko way out front gets it to Tricoli. Inside, ball deflected. Mashenko ends up with it again. And then a foul against the Pirates will give Wingate a fresh 30 out of bounds. On the inbounds, Tricoli for 3 is good. Shelby Tricoli has both of Wingate's three-pointers in this game. As a team, Wingate just 2 of 4. Clark is fouled. The contact by Tomlinson came late, and Clark did the smart thing, put up the shot in order to get 2 free throws out of it. Clark, the senior from Stockbridge, Georgia. 8 points tonight. First free throw is good. Last year, Clark was 74% from the free throw line. Second free throw, no good, and Mashenko with the rebound. All tied at 53, a minute into the fourth quarter. Tricoli to Tomlinson. They want to get it inside to Mashenko. Pirates in this zone are making it difficult for the Bulldogs to do just that. Tricoli, scoop shot, good. And that's the way you break the zone. A little dribble penetration from Tricoli, and the Bulldogs get back up top by 2. And then on the pass, Jenkins is fouled, and it will be ball out of bounds to the Pirates. On the inbounds, Michaela Raymondville back into the game. Passed up the 3, now gives it to Clark. 23 on the shot clock for the Pirates. Gibson to Raymondville. Over to Jenkins. Jenkins, the open 2 is good. It hit the back rim, skied in the air, and then came straight through. And we're tied at 55, 8 minutes to go. This one seems destined to go down to the wire here in the Peach Belt South Atlantic Conference Challenge as Tricoli is fouled. Raymondville can't believe the call as Tricoli will shoot 2. She is 1 for 2 from the line tonight. First free throw, good. Second free throw, good as well. Wingate back in front by 2, 57-55. Raymondville to Clark. And Barta is pushed, and Barta from Hungary, Mashenko from Latvia, perhaps speaking a little Eastern European to each other. After that foul is called, it is ball out of bounds to the Pirates, as Clark will inbound it to Jenkins. Jenkins lays it up, scores, and draws the foul. And Mercedes Jenkins starting to heat up here in the second half. She had just 3 points in the first half. This to give the Pirates the lead again and complete the three-point play. Averett will come in for Robinson, as that was the 3rd foul on Robinson. Jenkins free throw good. She has 8. It's 58-57. Tricoli gets loose. Here come the Bulldogs on the break, and Averett is fouled. Pretty much every time that Wingate has decided to drive to the basket, they're either getting the bucket or getting the foul call. And so for Ann Hancock, you just got to stick with that because it is working here in the fourth quarter. First free throw from Averett, good. We're tied at 58. Second free throw, good. Raymondville to Clark. Out to Jenkins. High arcing three is no good. Rebound tipped up in the air, and finally Tomlinson comes down with it. Tomlinson drives, shoots, misses. Rebound Jenkins for the Pirates. Clark trying to slow things down a bit. Raymondville was calling for it, but as Barta double teamed and a foul called as she was trying to pass it out to Raymondville. And that is the 5th team foul this quarter for the Bulldogs, which will put Barta on the line to shoot 2. Barta with 18. She is 6 of 7 from the line tonight. First free throw is good. Barta graduated last December, is currently in graduate school here at Armstrong State. Second free throw, no good. Rebound tipped. And a rebounding foul has been called against the Bulldogs. Clark was just trying to tip it, but it was Gibson who had positioning and draws the foul call. And that will be, or it will be, Gibson at the line for her first free throws of the night. First free throw, no good, off the back iron. Substitution for the Bulldogs as Zasha Barrett will come in for Mashenko with 6:48 to go. And this will be the third free throw for the Pirates to try and retake the lead. It is up and good. 60-59. Tomlinson to Witherspoon. Now Tricoli with it. Inside to Barrett. Barrett around Barta. Up, no good. Rebound to Tomlinson. Her shot is good, and she's fouled. So Tomlinson completes the three-point play, and Wingate goes back on top, 62-60. Doyle checks in for Jenkins for the Pirates. Wingate shows a 2-3 zone. Clark to Doyle. Back to Clark. And then just throws it off of Averett, but a good job by Gibson to pick up the loose ball. 10 on the shot clock. Raymondville's shot no good. Offensive rebound, though, by Gibson. Her follow won't go, but she's fouled. And Brianna Gibson will go to the line for a second straight time for the Pirates. Again, Gibson in her Pirate debut sat out all of last year after joining Armstrong State from conference rival Lander makes the first, has one more. Free throw up and no good. Rebound Barrett for Wingate. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Tomlinson to Barrett. Now Averett. Lob it inside to Witherspoon. Witherspoon reverse layup was off the bottom of the backboard. She gets her own miss. Try by Barrett, it's no good. Now the Pirates have a 2-on-0 break, and Jessica Doyle will lay it up and in. DeAndrea Clark with the pass on the quick outlet, and it's 63-62 Pirates. Moody with it here. Moody to Averett. Tomlinson picks up the loose ball. Tomlinson from the elbow, shot no good. And the rebound comes down to Witherspoon, and it's blocked by Gibson. But a foul is called. 5:04 to go, and Witherspoon will shoot two. Denasia Witherspoon, 5 of 6 from the line. First free throw is in and out, no good. Both teams have made 16 free throws in the contest. Wingate with 3 more attempts than the Pirates. 16 of 26 after that miss. Second one is good, and we're tied at 63. 5 minutes remaining here from Alumni Arena. Peach Belt South Atlantic Conference Challenge. Clark, baseline for Barta. Clark for 3, in and out, no good, or actually off the side of the rim and the backboard. Rebound Bulldogs. Witherspoon thinks about the shot, drives in on Barta, and is fouled. And a timeout taken by the Pirates with 4:28 to go, and the score tied at 63. .428 left to go. And at the line for Wingate is Denasia Witherspoon. Witherspoon 6 of 8 from the line. Has 10 points. First free throw is good. 3 Bulldogs in double figures tonight. Tricoli with 13, Mashenko with 11, Witherspoon with 10. Barta with 19 for the Pirates, and Raymondville with 11. As Witherspoon makes them both, and the Bulldogs lead 65-63. Doyle, skip pass to Raymondville. Her three-pointer is no good. Rebound taken by Moody. Now Averett with it for the Bulldogs. Over to Robinson. They work a little bit of a weave around the perimeter. Averett will put up a three, and it's good. And just like that, the Bulldogs lead by 5. It's the largest lead for either team in this fourth quarter. Clark to Barta, shot from the elbow, good. And Brigida Barta has 21. Another 20-point game for Barta, and it's 68-65. Witherspoon to Barrett, her shot no good, and that's out of bounds off of the Bulldogs. 2 Bulldog players collided on the play, and it will go over to the Pirates. Tricoli and Mashenko back into the Wingate lineup. .313 to go. Raymondville for Doyle. Doyle for 3 is good. And we're tied at 68. 3 minutes remaining. Tricoli around to Averett. 15 on the shot clock. A little bit of a lazy pass there, but then Mashenko will lay it up. No good. Rebound Averett. And then Averett loses it into the bench of the Bulldogs. .239 left. All tied at 68. Clark to Raymondville as the Bulldogs switch back to a man-to-man, and Raymondville shot is up and good. Michaela Raymondville with 13, and it's a 70-68 Pirate lead. Tricoli drives and lays it up and in. Good take to the basket by Tricoli. Raymondville to Barta. She'll drive on Mashenko. Fadeaway is no good. Rebound comes down to Robinson. Ahead to Averett. Under 2 to play. Tied at 70. As the feed to Mashenko is shot off the bottom of the rim by Mashenko. And Doyle comes away with the ball. 1:37 to go. We're tied at 70. Doyle wanting to get it to Barta, instead gets it to Gibson. 12 on the shot clock. Doyle in the corner. It loses it out of bounds, and that's going to be deflected. And it will be Pirate basketball with 5 seconds on the shot clock, 1:19 on the game clock. Rumplash in for Mashenko. Pirates are going to have to get a shot off quickly. Doyle banks it in. It was a no-look shot, really, from Doyle, and with 1:05 to go, the Pirates lead 72-70. And then Raymondville almost gets a steal on Tricoli. Rumplash now with it. She drives, bounce pass to Barrett who lays it up, to Witherspoon who lays it up and in. 50 seconds left. We're tied at 72. Clark to Doyle. Doyle drives. And a hand check foul is going to send Jessica Doyle to the line to shoot 2 free throws with 39.6 seconds left. Doyle with 14 points tonight, 5 of 8 from the floor. including 2 of 3 3-pointers, and now 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 73-72. Doyle with another free throw. It's up and good. And a timeout, or excuse me, a substitution by the Pirates. Mercedes Jenkins comes in for Doyle defensively. 39.6 seconds on the clock. Wingate with the basketball. Averett inside for Witherspoon. Shot no good, follow no good, but a foul is called. And with 24.9 seconds left, Denasia Witherspoon will go to the line to try and tie it. Witherspoon is 8 of 10 from the line, 3 of 8 from the floor. She has 14 points. First free throw is good. And Doyle will check in for Gibson. Again, offensive substitution here for the Pirates. Second free throw is good. We're tied at 74. Jenkins brings it up. Pirates have a chance for the last shot. Jenkins, 15 seconds left. Over to Doyle. Doyle drives. Bounce pass to Bartis, stolen with 10 seconds left. Robinson ahead to Averett. Her shot is good with 3.1 seconds left. And Wingate leads it on the baseline steal by Robinson, and the bucket at the other end by Caroline Averett. Full timeout on the floor here at Alumni Arena as the Bulldogs lead it by 2. Chad Jackson back with you here at Alumni Arena. Remember, one of the rule changes last year is you can advance the ball into the front court, so the Pirates will have it out of bounds with 3.1 seconds left. Raymondville, ball's deflected. Doyle gets it, and then Raymondville for 3 is no good. The pass was deflected. Doyle came up with it, got it to Raymondville, but then Raymondville's shot hit off the rim and fell off to the left, and Wingate wins it 76-74 here in the Peach Belt South Atlantic Conference Challenge. Chad Jackson joined here by head coach Fowler Bullock, and Armstrong State falls by 2 to the defending South Atlantic Conference Tournament champions, a team that was returning 5. All their starters were returning, a very experienced team. Talk a little bit about the effort tonight against a team like Wingate.
I thought we gave great effort tonight. They are experienced, and I thought it showed up there. We competed for 40 minutes. I thought it was a back-and-forth game all night, and I like the way we competed. We got to find a way to finish, take care of that ball. Great action, but, you know, that's a great team.
Well, and then you come right back tomorrow because you're playing Anderson, who Wingate beat in the SAC final last year. Their tournament team, you know, the early season schedule is rough.
It is. I didn't do myself any favors, these poor Pirates. But it's, you know, you got to figure it out. That's what it's for. It's a great measuring stick. We had an opportunity tonight to win in regulation, and Monday was the opposite, right? The ball bounced our way Monday, didn't bounce our way tonight. But we got to recover and we got to get ready. Anderson's another really good team. A lot of returners. They got some bigs that I think can shoot it out. Could be difficult for us, but we just got to bounce back tomorrow. We got to wake up and get refocused and be ready to play Anderson.
Tonight was the first time that a lot of the crowd here able to see some of your newcomers, Mercedes Jenkins, Brianna Gibson, after sitting out for a season. Talk a little bit about what you saw from the newcomers here tonight.
Great minutes. I thought we gave great minutes. I think Mercedes played her head off. You know, that fourth foul kind of disturbed the way we were able to run our offense, but we still had some rhythm. But I like what she did. I think Bree Gibson coming off that knee and sitting out last season, she gave some very valuable minutes and tough rebounds and free throw opportunities. But I think we have a lot of great girls that are learning the system and going to give us whatever they can whenever they can. And I think when you have a team like that that's willing to go above and beyond for their role, it's going to help us. It may not be early, but I think as our season progresses, we have some opportunities to be really good this season.
All right, quick turnaround. We'll see you here tomorrow afternoon.
Well done. Thank you.
All right, follow Bullock with her comments as Armstrong State falls to Wingate 76-74 here in the Peach Belt South Atlantic Conference Challenge. We'll be over at volleyball tomorrow, Armstrong State Senior Day, as the Pirates take on Francis Marion 2 p.m. for the Pirates and the Patriots. Chad Jackson saying good evening from Savannah as Wingate wins it 76-74.